It's not normal when children are massacred in their schools. Not normal at all. It's not normal when politicians in Texas put out the most ridiculous statements. It's not normal when the governor of Texas, who's up for re-election, as a giveaway, was going to give away guns. He was going to give away a shotgun as a campaign giveaway. What's going on in this country where 8 children are massacred just a few days ago? What's today? Wednesday? Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. 5 days ago. 5 days ago. The autopsy report, they're not releasing. Why is that? Prosecutor won't release autopsies during probe. The latest on the Texas school shooting. The Texas prosecutor handling a high school shooting that killed 10 people says autopsies won't be released while the investigation is underway. Galveston County District Attorney Jack Rohde declined to answer questions Sunday about the investigation or the shooting last week at Santa Fe High School outside Houston. That included declining to answer questions over whether police gunfire may have struck any students during a drawn-out firefight with the 17-year-old suspected gunman. Galveston County Judge Mark Henry has said police exchanged gunfire for, quote, quite a while with suspected shooter Demetrios Pagortis before he eventually surrendered. Pagortis wasn't struck by any bullets. He is in jail on capital murder charges. So I want to tell you what is being said in some quarters. I want to be very clear. I don't have any evidence of this. This is not me reporting this, but I am telling you some things I'm hearing. I don't have verification. At this point, it's speculation, but I tend to think it might have some validity. But there are rumblings in Texas that the reason the police are, the reason they are not releasing the autopsy report is because some of the students might have been killed by police in the gunfire accidentally. That is not verified. That is not confirmed. I'm just putting that out there. This is just me telling you what is some of the rumblings happening down there in Texas. Santa Fe is close to Houston, just so you know geographically. So it's possible. This is possible in all school shootings because obviously if you have a gunman who's able to get a gun because we have no real gun laws in this school, and police come in to try and stop the gunman, usually a male. It's possible, even though the police is trying to shoot the gunman, a student could be nearby, the gunman could use a kid as a human shield, or a bullet ricochets off a wall and goes into a student. You don't know. So it's not, I'm not attacking police if they are trying to save students, but this is what happens when you have like a shootout at the OK Corral. This is what happens when it's the Wild Wild West. I want to fix the sign, Jordan. I want to fix the sign, Shiva, but this is a little more important to report on this. So this is why all these, we need more guns in schools, arm the teachers, arm the lunch lady, arm the 90-year-old hall monitor, who my grandma, who died last summer, was a hall monitor. If you could leave it up to the NRA, arm my dearly departed grandma. Love you, Mama. So this, again, there's no confirmation, but this is some of the rumblings on why they're not releasing the autopsy report. Why wouldn't you release the autopsy report during the investigation? It's not going to affect the investigation, but if it came out that police bullets killed students, again, I wouldn't criticize police. Obviously that would be an accident. Ooh, that would hurt the NRA, wouldn't it? That would actually hurt President Trump, who says the answer is there's not enough guns. Arm the teachers. That's why I think they're not releasing the autopsy, but I do not know for certain. Meanwhile, a couple schools down there have staged die-ins. So this was Dickinson High School today. Dickinson High School staged a die-in in support of Santa Fe. There you can see you have, I don't know how many, but looks like a couple dozen students laying out, dying, but only in 2018 do you have a die-in while the students are also taking selfies. So, not criticizing, just pointing out. But this happened at Dickinson High School in Texas, and what also happened was a moron state senator said this: "The gun did not determine the outcome. That burden rests with the morally corrupt and the mentally ill." Santa Fe State Senator Larry Taylor said. Let's think about this here. The gun did not determine the outcome. That burden rests with the morally corrupt and the mentally ill. I beg to differ, because your brain, mental illness there's a lot of contributions to mental illness. Some is an imbalance of chemicals in your brain. Some is, a rough childhood mixed with that imbalance. Some is, substance abuse. There's a lot of contributions to what makes someone so deranged to go in and murder people. But the actual mechanism is the actual trigger on the gun. And the fact that we have politicians in this country continuing to insult not only your intelligence, but the parents of these students. Oh, Dickinson is my school, Commander Mays says. There was a lot of us there. Yeah, there were a lot of people. It's great to hear. The fact that these politicians keep using this ridiculous talking points, it's the deprived mind that's responsible. Yeah, but the deprived mind doesn't have a trigger. The gun has the trigger. The shotgun that he brought. The pistol that he brought. And no, the main issue isn't that parents aren't locking up their guns. That is one issue, but that's not the main issue.